Absolutely. So for those of us who are really into shopping, like myself, the North Shopping Center has been developed so much lately that everyone is just really impressed and really excited to see what's coming. I'm sure everyone knows, but of course we're getting a Publix, a Dick's Sporting Goods, a PetSmart, a Ross Dress for Less, and my favorite, Ulta, which I cannot wait to get here because that's like the makeup store. So anyway, we've gotten an update on anticipated openings in regards to those certain stores and some other new things that are coming over there, and that's just an exciting thing all around.
Not only for us as consumers, but for the area, for getting such cool and interesting businesses that are coming to us. It only makes me wonder how much more we're going to grow in the next couple of years, because I never would have imagined that we'd have places like Publix and Dick's Sporting Goods, especially on this half of town.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
kind of interesting, that shopping center getting revitalized like it is.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's very exciting, and so we're just excited to see the growth and everything, and those stores will be opening, some of them will be opening in the fall, and then some shortly thereafter in the beginning of 2016. So y'all just keep a lookout. We're excited. And in other news,
well, speaking of revitalizations, there's been another shopping center that's getting a kind of interesting addition to it. Many of you know the shopping center that previously once held the Walmart here in town. I don't know how many of you might remember that, but I do.
Yeah, that was from really long time ago.
Well, okay, in our definition, really long time ago, but there's probably people out there that think that was just a hop and a skip. Mr. Drinker, who a lot of us know, is actually donating $2,200 worth of renovations to the recruitment centers in one of the shopping centers that he is over, in terms of adding bulletproof glass to the Army and Marine Recruitment Center. This is a fantastic addition, especially in height of all the things that have happened. And it's kind of interesting to see that that's the direction he decided to go with not only protecting the people inside, but really reinforcing the building itself.
Yes. It's a wonderful addition to the building. It will help keep people safe, and I believe that area is the King Edward Plaza over there. So that's also the area that's going to be getting the new Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes,
so
which
we have so
me.
Much growth that we've experienced. It's pretty exciting time to be in Cullman.
I feel like this is that point in like a person's life when they go through a growth spurt and they wake up one day and they're trying to figure out why they look different.
Yeah,
that's Cullman right now.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
And lastly, there was a sex offender case that we had covered at one point.
Yes.
That is moving on to grand jury.
That's the case of Amber Cartwright and Zachary Burns, and those two minors under the age of 12. So that case itself has moved to grand jury, and we just hope for the best interest of the children that works out. And I think that's just a very sad case. So
it is, but it is nice.
Some type of resolution.
This conclusion will be definitely not only warming to the families of everyone involved, but kind of a big push for the community that we were able to catch something like that.
Yes.
And then bring it to a close. That's always a positive reinforcement for the community. So I'm excited for everything that's going on. I'm glad that things are working the way that they are. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how we change as a community in the next couple of years.
Yeah, all this growth. Lots of job opportunities. Lots of fun things going on.
Yes, ma'am. Well, let me go ahead and just tell you, I'm excited to give away prizes today. We've got some new people giving out some pretty cool things with us. And I'm kind of interested to see how many people want to call in and get some of these. So just a reminder, you do have to go on our Facebook page and see who our sponsor of the day is. And if you go and check right now, then you can figure out who that sponsor of the day is, and you can give us a call, because this is the earliest point that you can call in and find out. So definitely want to do that. So let's take a look at what those prizes are today. You can win a free sausage biscuit from Bojangles here in Cullman. It's a fantastic breakfast item. You can win a free bag of apples from Steel Orchard, and they come from 20 different varieties of apples. These are fantastic. They're fresh, they're crisp. And then again, Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, the free family barbecue pack, which is that pound of meat, the 2 16-ounce size, and the 4 buns. And again, the only way to get this is to call in at 256-734-7399. So definitely give us a call, because if you don't do it now, you potentially miss your opportunity, and you'll give people a chance to get that hint later on, and that makes the competition a little stiffer.
You're right. Well, now it's time for our Facebook friend of the day, and that is going to be Hannah Marie Arnold. She likes the Chicago Bulls and Toby Mac. We would like to give Hannah a free large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
Well, good luck to her in eating that thing, because it is quite large.
Yeah.
And I say this from lack of, not only lack of experience, but I've never been good at finishing a complete barbecue sandwich, sadly, out of all the things.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, okay. I'll just give mine to you next time.
Okay.
So we have some cool guests coming on the show today.
Yes, we do. I'm very excited.
This is different for us because it's something that I don't have a ton of experience, at least in the educational side of who we're talking to today. So it'll be interesting to learn kind of what they're about, and especially with who else that we have paired with that today.
Yes.
We have Miss Noe and Miss Carrie of the Dance Factory.
The Factory?
Factory, yes. And this is going to be fantastic because they are all very popular and, from my understanding, very talented dancers. So I'm kind of excited to see what they have to tell us today.
Yeah, I'm excited. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
And we are back. We are here with Noe Nahu and Carrie Payne, and they are with The Factory. So we are very excited to have them today. And can you guys tell us a little bit about The Factory?
Yes, well, we are barely right at a year old. We started this time last year, and we came together as a community. We had lots of parent and dancer support in building our studio. And we've been out at Stonebridge this past year, and we're about to relocate this week, and we'll be in the middle of downtown.
Wow, so what inspired the move?
Well, we expanded. I think we doubled our enrollment.
We
so
did.
We expanded
Wow.
and we needed to have a bigger building.
That's really awesome. Now, The Factory, obviously, that's, a cute, clever little name for a dance studio. Can you tell us where that name came from?
We just get together. We work really well together. We're a good balance. And we wanted something creative. We didn't want Noe's School of Dance or Carrie's School of Dance. We wanted something that kind of stood out, and for some reason, the Factory Dance Productions came up in our brains, and we agreed on it and decided to roll with it.
Well, that's awesome. Now, like y'all said, you were previously out at Stonebridge. You've obviously expanded beyond their size. What initially brought y'all out to Stonebridge property?
Our friend Sarah Faust, they were in need of a dance teacher, and she provided us the building, and Ron provided us the building, and it actually worked out really, really nicely. They've been really great to us.
Yes, Stonebridge has been the reason we've been so successful this first year, probably.
That's exciting. Well, so now y'all are going to have a fresh move, lots of new faces. So I think y'all have an open house coming up in August?
Yes.
Yes, we
Okay.
do.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. August the 16th, it's a Sunday. We'll be there from 1 to 5 at our new location, 802 Main Avenue Northeast. It's right beside Cullman Middle School, where Rallies is in the train track. So we'll be right there 1 to 5, and we'll be there showing off the new building, our dance rooms. We'll have some dance wear and dance shoes available for purchase as well.
Okay, and so how many classes does the factory offer? What kind of dance? Are they adult classes?
We do have adult classes.
Do you?
We have a heels class. That's really great exercise. We have Zumba, and then we have ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, and hip hop.
All for adults?
Oh no, that's not like, I mean, hey, you're more than welcome to come and take. Absolutely, we'll take anybody.
Yeah.
That's really
Our primary ages are 2.5 to 18, and then our adult hill class is mostly for cardio. But and we also like to have some master workshops. We like to try to filter in professional dancers and choreographers to come and just try to give our students the best dance education we can.
That's really exciting. So this Hills class, I have to get into this. What exactly is this? I've not heard of it.
It's just really like hip hop dancing and jazz fusion in heels. So it's really great for your legs. It's not a whole lot of difficulty. Oh, it's so much fun, and it's like really upbeat music. It's a really great class, and it's $5 a class, no membership. It's fun.
That sounds awesome. Actually, I have a hard enough time walking in heels. I don't think I could move around in them like that.
I bet you could.
Maybe you can get me to come out there and try it.
I think that you should definitely.
It just sounds like something I would need to avoid.
Yeah. I don't know, Jacob. I think we should go do it.
I don't know if I have the legs for heels.
We do welcome male dancers as well. It's very Beyonce inspired. I don't know.
That's really neat. So obviously you both are dancers yourselves, teachers. So can you tell us a little bit about your dance backgrounds? I think y'all have trained together before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We grew up dancing together, and we moved apart to go to college. I primarily danced at University of North Alabama and Walt Disney World in 2007, and then I went mostly to musical theater in the Shoals area and did a bunch there. And
I went to University of Hawaii in the dance and theater program, and then I came back here and I've worked at a couple of different dance studios around the area, and we just kind of reconnected and it all happened.
Yeah, that's exciting. So, it's still in its infancy. It's within, just a year old. So that is just really exciting. What is your ultimate hope for the factory to become?
There's so many plans. We have so many plans. We just want to have a place where everybody can come and feel comfortable, create stuff together, help kind of lay a professional path that they could take with dance and things like that. So
with all of our master classes and people that come in and teach, and we also like to send some of our students off to study in the summer, and we want to filter into the professional dance world and hopefully have a few students have professional dance careers in the future.
And do a couple of great shows. We're all about doing just
we love put on a show.
Well, that sounds exciting. So this isn't like Abby Lee Miller's,
No.
Okay, good. Like a Nazi dance camp.
We're a little too positive for that. We, I am guilty of watching Dance Moms here and there, but we like to have positive reinforcement. We are strict on technique and the way we teach, but we are also very positive about it. So if you don't get a step right off of that, we'll tell you how to work on it and how you can improve to get that step.
You won't have to cry.
So if people want any more information, what's a good contact number to call y'all at?
256-841-1900.
Okay, and we will have that information available also online. So if y'all will just stay with us, we will be right back with one of their students who has done some incredible things.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Hate you, Joel.
And we're back, and this time we were actually joined with Miss Abby Sosa, who is one of the students there at the factory.
Yes.
So, Miss Abby, how did you get into dance?
Well, I started out just dancing around my house, and so then I started to look at dance classes, and so I found a dance studio that Miss Noe taught at, and so she got me into dancing hip-hop, and so then it just started progressing into other styles of dance, and then it opened up windows to come dance at the factory.
Okay. So how long have you been there studying with them?
With the factory, I've been there studying with them for a year.
Oh, wow. So you've been there just about as long as you guys have
Been open.
She's one of our originals, I guess you could say, that helped us start our company this year.
That's very exciting. Do you have a favorite type of dance?
My favorite type of dance is probably hip-hop and contemporary, because hip-hop was the first style of dance I ever took, so it sort of introduced me to dance. And contemporary, it really helps like express myself. So
that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, we just had these cute little ears fall, so can you tell us
Yes.
about these?
Well, only people that perform with Disney get these ears. So if you perform at Disney, see, I was a guest cast member of the Disneyland Resort, so
Wow.
they gave us performing rights.
Now, how did you get that opportunity? That's incredible.
Well, my two dance teachers, Miss Carrie and Miss Noe, had submitted me for this scholarship audition, and so they contacted them back asking for more information about me, and so I got a partial scholarship to come and dance with Disneyland.
And how long did that last?
It lasted for 8 days. 4 days I was at Disneyland, and 4 days I was at Hollywood.
Wow, that's incredible. So did you love it?
Yes, it was a very educational and fun experience.
That's incredible. Wow. So can you tell us some other achievements that you've had? Because I know you have quite the list.
Well, I've been doing competitions for a while, and
She was part of our first competition team. You know, the first year going into it, you've got dancers from all kinds of different backgrounds and experiences coming together. And, you know, we had expectations, but they were pretty realistic, and we actually did really well this year. And she was a part of some of our group dances that won platinum and overall awards, which platinum is the highest you can get at a dance competition, and first overall in a few of her pieces. So she was a great team leader this year, and she's really stood out. And she had a trio this past year that did really well.
Very fun. And I don't think we've asked, how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
Only 11.
11
Wow.
and have this huge list of accomplishments. That's something to be proud of.
Yes. So I have to ask everyone this, are you a fan of Dance Moms and all that?
Yes, I am. I like to watch all of the dancers perform. They help me want to become a better dancer and just succeed in dancing. So, yeah.
That sounds fun. Yeah, I actually watch Dance Moms too. So
we forgive you.
I know, don't judge. But.
So do you plan on like eventually taking this a step further and maybe looking at like a professional career?
Yes, I would, when I become older, I would like to become a professional dancer, sort of like Travis Wall. And I would like to be a guest judge for like dance competitions and dance shows.
Yeah. That's really exciting.
The program that she had a scholarship to is called Be Discovered. We actually had another student, Chloe Carter, that went to their New York intensive called Broadway Bound, and they were both exposed to professional dance industry people and how to do photo shoots and how to get an agent. So next step after that is we got hooked up with some contacts on to her to be with a professional dance agency.
Oh, wow.
That is so exciting, gosh.
Now, you stated you were a cast member. Did you play a character, or did you just...
No, I danced in 2 parades. I danced down Main Street, USA in Disneyland, and I danced in another parade. And then we did this stage show on Big Thunder Mountain Ranch's stage. And there was a bunch of dance groups there, and we all did our choreography and had just a bunch of fun dancing. So.
That sounds awesome. Well, what's your favorite part about dance?
My favorite part about dance is being able to dance with all the people I'm around, and it feels like home to me. So, yeah.
That's a good feeling.
And do you have a lot of friends that you go to school with and such that do a lot of dance with you?
Yes. I have some friends at my school, and there's some friends at East Elementary. So.
And where do you go to school?
I go to school at West Elementary.
Okay. So, yeah, you get to meet all kinds of people all over the Cullman area.
Yes.
Well, we're really looking forward to seeing where you progress with this. We'll be trying to follow along with you as well as we can to see if you make it in the next couple of years. Just remember, when you get famous, you have to remember people like us.
Okay.
You have to drop small hints that we
remember the little people.
She will. She's pretty humble. She's a good kid.
Good. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
All righty. Well, if you'll join us in just a moment, we'll be right back.
State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Welcome back. So, was thinking today, as I do every day, I hope, that I'm probably, after our interview, looking at all these people who dance, you know, for a living.
You're going to take that heels class with me?
No, not at all. I don't have the feet for heels, nor do I have the legs to support myself.
You're too funny.
I really do probably, though, need to start taking steps to get more acclimated in health. And I was really debating some places that I could go, and our sponsor of the day kind of gave me the idea for it. So I think I might go with that if I can help it.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
And for those of you that don't know, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to win those prizes we mentioned earlier, because you could call in right now and tell us who the sponsor of the day is and win any of those awesome prizes. More importantly, you can win all of those awesome prizes, which is the best part, because who doesn't want the apples, the biscuit, or the family barbecue pack? I mean,
exactly. So give us a call, 256-734-7399.
So if you haven't already figured out who it is, here's your small hint for the day. And again, kind of leading up to me probably losing weight. Which advertiser offers day passes as a prize you can call in daily to win? So just saying, if you don't know who that one is, you need to check our Facebook page and find out.
Yes, and give us a call right now.
Well, in other news, we've all seen the horror films. We've all seen those suspense thrillers that have always been a thing. But what if someone accidentally killed a serial killer?
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds like...
It sounds like something you would never see in real life. That's straight up movie plot from anything.
Very true,
but
yeah.
It is very true.
So a woman who wishes to be identified as Heather from Charleston, West Virginia, has unknowingly killed who they believe to be is a serial killer. Now, how this happens, I'm going to tell you. Heather is an escort in Charleston, West Virginia. She met a man who she met on an adult website, and when she met him, he opened the door and put a gun to her stomach and asked, "Live or die." Shortly thereafter, a fight ensued, and she picked up a rake to defend herself, where he had a gun in his hand, but he dropped the gun to defend himself against the rake, and at this point she picks up the gun, runs blindly ahead of her, and shoots behind her, killing him.
They found various instruments in the man's trunk.
Which is why they believe
he was a serial
yes.
killer. This includes multiple sets of handcuffs, a machete, 2 axes, a knife, a bulletproof vest, box cutters, shovel, garbage bags, and a bottle of bleach. They believe that by her unknowingly killing this man, she has potentially saved multiple women because he had a list of 10 or more names of other women from the surrounding area.
Yes, and she will not be charged with his murder because it was an act of self-defense. Hopefully they'll find more details about this case. It's really intriguing to me because, I mean...
It's just not something you hear every day.
No.
Again, this is something straight out of like an old 90s thriller movie.
Right.
Silence of the Lambs type stuff.
Right. Well, on an opposite, very positive, awesome note, if y'all are fans of Imagine Dragons, they visited the Children's Hospital recently, and that's been a really awesome thing to hear about. They visited patients at Levine Children's Hospital in North Carolina during Shark Week, and as you can see, they're sporting those little shark hats in some of those photos they have available, and yeah, that's just a really...
Imagine Dragons is one of those bands that have always been very forward in they've been very audience friendly in terms of they're very supportive of the fans that support them. They have a lot of involvement in very many charity programs. So it doesn't really surprise me that they would do this, honestly, just as often as they do it. But it is nice to hear that they're continuing that even into the next year.
And so Imagine Dragons gave this advice to the young patients they visited. It always helps to reach out and help somebody else. Go listen to somebody else and think about them. The best advice to stay on top of the world is just to help other people and not focus so much on yourself.
Good advice coming from these guys because they're very self-made.
Oh, yeah.
Instrumental. It's good to hear that these guys are out there doing things. And lastly, but not leastly, Governor Bentley orders National Guard to be armed. Now, again, this is something that he's done in a kind of off-the-wall situation because, again, he is very social media savvy. He, again, announced on Twitter that he has ordered all National Guard recruiting centers to be armed, but then also has ordered the armament of all National Guard members.
Right.
So it's very interesting to see him taking the offensive in this time. Again, through social media as the outlet for letting the people know. But he has made it clear in his written announcement that these details on the new policy would be considered classified and that no other information would be provided to the public. So what we have here is the max of what we're going to hear about this until he declassifies this information. Kind of interesting knowing that, you know, he's classified something, because you don't hear that very often. But
right, and all of this has happened in light of the Chattanooga shootings, which unfortunately killed 4 over there. So
three Marines and 1 Navy.
So, you know, obviously we've touched on how these volunteers recently have been, a lot of them veterans, have been guarding the recruitment offices here in town in light of that situation. And so now Governor Bentley has ordered all 4 Alabama National Guard recruiting centers to be armed. So I don't think you can ever be too prepared, and I think this is a good move. And
you know, it makes me wonder how the situation is going in terms of recruitment, because recruitment in the last few years has been slow. Not everyone realizes the weight of this kind of thing. So it just kind of makes me wonder personally how this is affecting how many people are willing to volunteer with things like this going on. Part of me feels like somebody out there, though, just for the sake of doing it, went and joined immediately after that happened. So
yeah.
Well, now's my favorite part of the show. It's the part where I get to talk about the weather. Makes me feel a little smarter. And today's weather is again brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. So definitely make that switch to Mitch. All right, looks like the high is going to be about 91 with a low of 70 today. Record high set in 1930 at 111, with the record low being set in 1944 at 49 degrees. Sunset tonight's going to be at 8:05 p.m., sunrise tomorrow at 5:30. And it looks like we've got some scattered showers. Not really much of anything to talk about, though, throughout the state. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty clear day today, maybe some overcast at certain points, but nothing too terrible. We are looking at some scattered showers, though, later on today, with a high of 92, about a 60% chance of rain, so we'll hold on to that 40% chance that it doesn't. But later on tonight, just mostly cloudy with a low of 73, and tomorrow we're looking at a little more chance of rain with a high of 91. Throughout the week, we're looking at mid-90s, low to mid-90s throughout most of the week for the high, and we're looking at low to middle 70s throughout the week. So I'm looking forward to, you know, that kind of shift in weather. Not so much the cold, as I'm just holding on to all those 90 degrees that we have throughout the week in terms of staying warm and not having to start putting jackets on.
Yeah, you know, it rained yesterday.
It did rain yesterday. It rained at a very odd time yesterday and for a very short duration of time, but
yes.
I'm not exactly... at this point, Alabama just chooses what it wants to do, and we just accept it.
Yeah, I just looked outside and I was like, where did that come from?
And then 5 minutes later, you look outside and it looks like it never happened, and
exactly.
We're all very confused. So thanks, Alabama. We appreciate you and your ability to choose what kind of weather system we have.
Yeah.
Well, if you'll stay tuned with us, we'll be right back.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
almost $39,000. That's the mean annual wage for Alabamians trained as machinists and in computer-controlled machine operation. Wallace State has machining programs to fit your career ambitions. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
And our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Cullman Jefferson Gas. Sensory-friendly movie showings Thursdays at 10 a.m. at Cartwright Cullman. $4 includes popcorn and a drink, and on July 30th, they will be showing SpongeBob Out of Water.
The Cantante della Donna invites all ladies 18 and over to a listening session Tuesday evening, August 4th at 6:30 p.m., 7th Street Baptist Church. Meet and greet choir members, listen to a fall program preview, and bring a friend. For more information, call 256-736-2622.
Fall gardens and cover crops for the home gardener at the North Alabama Agriplex, August 4th at 6 p.m. For more information, call 256-297-1044.
And Thursday, July 30th is Miracle Treat Day. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more from each Blizzard treat sold at both Dairy Queen locations will be donated to your local Children's Miracle Network.
And a cookbook fundraiser brought to you by Women of Faith Group Garden City Church of God. They have cookbooks for $12.50 each. Proceeds benefit Church's Food Bank, and contact information is Rhonda Davis and Patsy Kennedy.
And if you have a community billboard or just want to let us know about something else happening in the community, then you can reach us at our webpage at CullmanTV.com, email us at mycullmantv@gmail.com, and phone us at 256-734-7399. And remember to check us out on Facebook and let us know what's going on.
And again, we are sponsored by Pepsi and Cullman Jefferson Gas. And wishing you a happy birthday today, Bradley Chambers. He will be 25 today.
25.
25. And don't forget, we'll do that weekly drawing on Friday where the winner will receive an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. And also our anniversary of the week will receive a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden.
And if you didn't already know, our sponsor of the day was Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They've got a 6-lane competition pool, a full fitness center, indoor rubber walking track, an aerobic and cycling class, indoor leisure pool, and a whirlpool spa. And one not mentioned is that fantastic water park. And remember to like us on Facebook because we are very feedback driven. We want to hear from you. Let us know what we can tell you more about the community. We want to hear from you because we love to, and we want to know what you guys need to hear from us so that we can help you. So we've got some very interesting stuff happening tomorrow. I'm kind of excited for this one because it does relate to me and my time at Wallace. Miss Betty Leith Haynes and the Victim Services are going to be with us tomorrow. And that's kind of interesting because I'm not sure if people know this, but they've got a roast of Miss Betty Leith Haynes coming up.
They do, yes they do. It's one of their biggest fundraisers, and they will be roasting Miss Betty Leith Haynes. And
how can they do that to such a sweet lady? What is there to say about her? Like, hey, did you know that she's always nice?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard to roast her. I agree with you. It's really going to be hard.
I'm going to learn a lot of interesting things from this.
Yeah, I think you will. Well.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I don't have a ton of experience in talking to her, so I'm very interested because I know that she is a very defined lady.
She is very well known to the community and very much a caring, loving person.
Absolutely. So. And I love her community involvement. I mean, to the point where they've even named a facility after her
yes, they
at
have.
Wallace. So, I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, very excited to see her and meet with this group about this fundraiser.
Yes, Victim Services of Cullman does some really wonderful things for our community. They're a wonderful asset for us. So that's going to be a very interesting interview, and I'm sorry I won't be here too.
Yeah, if you've got a bit of a trip planned for today.
Yes, I will not be here tomorrow.
That's sad. I won't make you tell them where you're going so you don't get shunned by the community.
You're funny. I'm not going anywhere bad. You're crazy. But Miss Stephanie will be filling in for me. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, again, we hope you have a great trip. and enjoy it. We will see you on Monday.
Yes.
Yep. So.
I'll be back on Monday.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I won't miss it. I'm just kidding.
We hope you come back on Monday.
I'll be
Don't
back.
escape and never come back.
Right.
Don't. We need you.
All righty. I'll be back.
All right. Well, again, I'm Jacob Murphy.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone here at My Cullman Television hopes you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Before the dawn, there's gonna